Davante Adams kind of shocks the world this weekend with a trade to the Las Vegas Raiders, moving off of that franchise tag, signing an historic 5-year, $140 million extension. That's a little bit more realistic once you dive into the numbers, which is what we're doing here. He gets $22.75 guaranteed at signing. That's basically the first year salary with signing bonus. You'll see at $19.25, a base salary, and some off-season additions here built into it. But for all intents and purposes, he's getting the $65 million here, which is the practical guarantee in this contract. It's a fluffy $28 million a year, but when you look at it this way, 3 for $67, 22 and change, around $23 million per year. That's still fairly top of the market if you're talking about a 3-year deal inside of a 5-year contract. So it's well structured. The cap hits are a little bit all over the place, so you can kind of read the tea leaves of where this is going. Again, a low cap hit, similar to what Max Crosby and Chandler Jones have on their extensions. 8.1, that jumps to 30.5 in 2023, which screams, we got to change this. There's a $20 million fully guaranteed roster bonus that will lock in next March, and before that happens, my guess is this gets restructured. Maybe even some of that base salary gets restructured, depending on how many additions the Raiders are looking to make next offseason. So we've got a 4-year gap here. They could add a void year in 2027 and let that $20 million fully prorate over a 5-year period and really clear up this $30.5 million down to the 15-16 mark, which is a much more tenable figure. Again, you'd be increasing this, and also these numbers as well, the dead cap. Not substantial numbers right now, the dead cap sitting in 2024 plus, but any kind of restructure here is going to amp that number up. There's actually a cap relief right now in 2024 because the assumption is there's going to be a restructure here, which is going to increase this. And again, you'll have probably 8, 15, 24 at the end of the day, and then 45, something to that degree, looking at the restructured version of this contract after 2023. The dead cap could allow for this 2025 to be stuck, but I don't think they're going to let that happen because if you look at the ages, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Now, he's still the best wide receiver in football right now, arguably speaking, but I'm not sure that's something you can rely on. And I'm not sure that's something, financially speaking, you want to lock in 4 years from now, age 33. Especially with Derek Carr's contract probably up at that point in terms of new guarantees. Chandler Jones expires after 2024. Max Crosby, we're looking for new money at this point in time in 2025. So you want to be careful about how much you push down to this part of the contract, and you want to keep your value in the first 3 years as much as possible. So that's pretty much it. It's a $67.5 million contract on paper in terms of practicality. If they have to push it to that 4th year, it'll get a little bit dicey financially speaking, but nothing they can't handle for a guy of his potential.